new dawn, getting close to the end of December 2023, and we're looking forward to get to 2024 as soon as possible. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. Welcome to another edition of News Review on WYTV, and I'm in the studio with.
I'm Ambassador Rochimerilu, son of the prophetess, the man. Where is Wiki?
All right, you know how we'll do it here on this platform. This is where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. I'll be starting with Punch newspaper as usual, but before then, let me let you guys know that the sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigerian Enterprises. Nokpa Abbas that produces Nokpa Abba Bitter, Abba Flusher, Abba Tonic, Abba Powder, and Abba Cool. Rivers begin demolition of assembly. Complex pro-Fuvara lawmakers are made. Why my first marriage crashed, Pastor Olumide Emmanuel explained. Court bars pro-Wike speaker, APC demands sanction for judge. My story as Oka to Africa's footballer king, Osimhen. Then on Vanguard newspaper, Rivers Assembly resumes sitting in Rivers Government House. Top Nigerians involved in illegal mining, funding banditry, terrorism, Alake. Oyebanji appoints 162 aides, name committee on board appointment. Rivers Assembly complex demolition. Then on Daily Post newspaper, doctrine of necessity looms in Ondo as assembly yet to receive Akeredolu's letter. Gunmen ambush convoy, abduct 2 Koreans, kill 4 soldiers, others in Rivers State. Shock as man commits suicide after allegedly losing 2.5 million naira bet. Nigerian government, 10 million evacuate 281 stranded, detained Nigerians from Libya. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more on some of these headlines. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
King Victor Nigerian Enterprises say make I give una this informate una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil, and one the major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. And vanilla that is she sort of buy, you feed the collect market, they pay for ram small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí sí wípé King Victor Nigerian Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market, Shagamu, Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. If you want to get to King Victor, just go to shop 2 Awolowo Market, Shagamu in Ogun State, where they sell all kind of food stuff, frozen foods, rice, and any other food that you can put in your mouth. Most especially this festive period, people need to get food stuff stocked in their house.
You didn't tell them about the ongoing promo that is going on.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Thank you for reminding me.
Most of our viewers can benefit from it.
All right, at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, starting from December 15, you can get to King Victor when you purchase goods worth of 20,000 naira upward. You'll be given chance to spin and win different goods. You can spend as much as you can as far as you are purchasing goods that are worth than 20,000 naira. So you can go there. It starts December 15th till December 31st. The promo is ongoing. All right, the first headline today is about these top Nigerians involved in illegal mining, funding banditry, terrorism. Alake.
You see, this one has been on for a very long time. If you could remember when during the presidential election, the election that brought in the former president Muhammadu Buhari, you remember what he said? It was on social media that if he did not win the election, that it will make Nigerian ungovernable for the person in question, that whoever that wins the election. So if that statement is out at the end of the day, that kind of person was sworn in. Ask the president of Nigeria. You know Nigeria is not an existing country again. We only have a name called Nigeria. But in the foreign country out there, they all know, and those people that are there knows Nigeria is not an existing country. So when you talk of people at the high ranking, or people at the high place funding banditry, these are the means of them making their own money. And these are the means in which these people brought insecurity into the land. Country, yeah. Because they consider themselves untouchable. Because if the law of this land is apprehending those that are the higher right, what could have happened to those that are in the grassroots? So if one of them have been brought to book, have been brought to justice, automatically the whole Nigerians will know something is in place.
Well, the Minister of Solid Mineral, Mr. Dele Alake, has alleged that powerful Nigerians involved in illegal mining were responsible for the criminal activities and involved in sponsoring banditry and terrorism in the country. Alake said this when he appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on Solid Minerals for the 2024 Budget Defense in Abuja yesterday. According to him, a lot of banditry and terrorism are sponsored by illegal miners. They are not people who pick gold on the ground, but powerful individuals in the country. He said the majority of the illegal miners were not foreigners, but added that foreigners could be seen as symptoms. Nigerians are those powerful people behind them. We are identifying them with both kinetic and non-kinetic means. We have encouraged those petty illegal miners to form cooperatives. He said the most disturbing aspect was that most of the foreigners engaged in illegal mining in the country had no proper immigration. Now, if you check, let's talk about this immigration. You see, I don't know why we have immigration office in Nigeria, because I've not seen any work they are doing. If you check, when the former president was on seat, former President Muhammadu Buhari, it was said, even though we saw it in video and pictures, that the border between Nigeria and Nigeria is just like a gutter that you can just
walk in and walk out.
I don't know. And it is there. If you check the picture, it's still online. You get to see where they use just a gutter to demarcate a country. Do you know
how many national ID cards that were being how many voters card that were found in the bush that belongs to the foreigner? So you're talking about the work of the immigration. What's the work of the immigration? Even the custom officers. What are their works? Don't you see a video that went viral where a female custom officer was demanding 5,000 naira for a fresher that is traveling out of the country, because they know if you are just traveling out of the country, if you have never been out of this country before, they will want to delay you to the extent in which you will miss your flight. At the end of the day, nothing will be done. Have you ever seen any one of them being prosecuted? Go to the airport and see the bullshit that those personnel normally perform there, and nobody was there to checkmate them. Because people that were being elected into a post, that were being given an opportunity to hold an office, sees those offices as if it is their personal belonging. So that's why they do whatever they like.
In the last few days, we talked about police officers, trying to do things that we don't really like in Nigeria as a citizen of Nigeria. Now it is the turn of the immigration officers. I don't know why we keep, repeating things every time. I feel the federal government had a long way to go. Like this country, we have a long way.
It's the day we stop bribery and corruption in this nation that this nation will move forward. For instance, now, look, you saw the video out there, the way the police officer had stopped woman, the woman that was coming from Netherlands.
A tourist, yeah.
A tourist. What happened? They didn't ask about the documents of the woman. They didn't ask about her passport. They didn't ask anything about her. The only thing they could ask is for the woman to give them money.
What do you bring for us?
What do you bring for us? Give us money. Automatically, some immigration officer might have collected money from this set of people, allowing them to come inside the country. Exactly. Because all their focus is how to make their daily income.
And they have been talking about it like this mining of a thing. Normally, the land belongs to the government. And if we have some illegal miners, at least they should be able to arrest them.
How come do we have an illegal miners that the government don't know that those people are there?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there are some people funding all those people to keep working. And there is nothing anybody can do because who is the law? The law is still the government.
It's still the government. They believe they are above the law. Once the table now turns when it comes to them, maybe for instance now, you go out there, invite a police personnel that you saw some set of people that were doing illegal business. When you get there, when they arrest them into the station, maybe their illegal business is being connected to the sitting governor. What happened? Another from above, release those guys.
Well, he said for mining to generate the requisite revenue, there was a need to have a formal structure that the multinational could deal with, just like the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. He, however, said that the approach of the ministry under his leadership will be different from NNPCL, adding that the structure being proposed for Nigerian Mining Corporation will be primarily private sector driving, another way of embezzling money. You see, in this country, I can't trust any personnel that is working under APC. Not even APC, but you know, since the past few years now, we've been dealing with APC. And this man's talking now. Look at what the last phrase. He said the mining corporation will be primarily private sector driving, which means it will be under a private management. So nobody could, question him on how affairs of that mining company
is being run.
So this is another way of embezzling money. Because even under the government, we are complaining. Not to talk of under private sector.
You see, at times when I look into when I look into some matter they play, I don't blame the police officers in question. You ask me why.
Why?
Look at what happened some weeks back. The chief of defense staff were being summoned. I think he came to the Senate House, lodging his own complaint that they will try as much as possible, risk their life, go into Sambisa forest, go and fight bandits. After the fight between them and the bandits, some bandits that were being arrested will be taken to the police station, from the police station to the court. At the end of the day, some of them will be released. So those that were being jailed, from that jail, from the prison yard, they will collide with some of the prison officials to carry out their evil acts. So are you telling me the guy in question that arrested those bandits, the life of their family, their children, their wife, won't be at stake? Once they know them, what will happen to them? Are you expecting them to fight to their full capacity?
I can reason with you, because in Nigeria, once you have been known for the truth, you are in problem.
You are in problem.
Because if you cannot beat them,
you join them.
Exactly
so most of the police officers that are out there are even watching their steps. Before you get to know, if someone is being arrested now, taken to the police station, instead of them to give kudos to the police, at the end of the day, what happened after being called the commissioner of police of that state, the area commander, from the area commander to the DPO, before you know, the DPO will say, Talobe Enishe, Talo Enishe.
They can even call him workaholic.
Workaholic. Who sent you?
Well, that is Nigeria for you. You know, funny things in Nigeria. We can't even stop, seeing funny things in Nigeria. Well, let's move on to the next headline. The Rivers begin demolition of assembly complex. Pro-Fubara lawmakers meet. The political crisis in Rivers State depends on Wednesday, as about 10 bulldozers drove into the premises of the State House of Assembly and started the demolition of the complex.
Was it being ordered by the sitting governor?
Well, I don't know yet, because this news is like this demolition comes from the top.
If the demolition comes from the top, automatically it wasn't Fubara that is ruling the affairs of the state. If the affairs of the state is still lying in the hands of Wike, that's my brother.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Why is your brother now proving
I don't
wicked?
know what is wrong with my brother Wike. I don't know why he's proving Steve naked. Because we were the one that brought Fubara in.
Exactly.
You brought him in. You campaign for Fubara that is the right man for that state. Now you are you want to give room for the opponent, because if we say we have opponent in Nigeria, we don't have opponent party. You ask me why. They are still the same, because once the PDP is in full control now.
Let's say different party, the same blood.
The same party, the different party, the same blood.
Yes.
So once PDP is in the charge of the affairs of the country, what happened to the APC member? Before you know, you see them defeating from APC to PDP. So they are still the same thing. So once they say opponent party, I don't think we don't have any other opponent party in Nigeria. So please, Wike, why is it that what you don't allow Rotimi Amechi to do to you, why are you doing it to Fubara? Because you do to others what you expect you do to others what you expect to the people to do to you. So leave Fubara alone. Let him run the affairs the affairs of Rivers State the way he wants to run it.
Well, the factional speaker of the state, Edison Eye, led other lawmakers loyal to the governor to hold a sitting early on Wednesday before the demolition began. You know, yesterday there was a news that some loyalists to Wike defected to APC. That since Monday, it was on Monday after a sitting in the State House of Assembly. So most of them defected back to APC. So I feel what Wike is trying to let us know is that he's defecting to APC very soon. Because I said this earlier, that before Wike could be working with Tinubu, there is something that is coming out of this. Because I feel in the next election, this is what I feel, in the next coming election, after this first 4 years of Jagaban, maybe he's going to make Wike the next Senate president.
Whatever he likes, he can make Wike rich. But what I want you to know is that when a man wants to fall, the first thing that appears in the life of the man is pride. And pride goes before destruction.
Well, it was also gathered that AA during the session said the complex was due for repairs following the explosion that rocked the building on October 30, 2023, saying the governor will provide an alternative place for them to sit for main time. So it means it is not Wike that ordered this demolition, because there was a fire outbreak at the assembly
during
the time whereby the youth there was a protest at the House of Assembly where the governor was saying being chased away with tear gas and all. Yes. So I feel it is just a normal thing for them to, maybe they want to
renovate or rebuild the complex again.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to the next headline. This is shocking because a man played bet with 2.5 million naira and had to commit suicide based on the fact that he's being scared, or let's say he's being shy of facing the death toll. Well, a Facebook user identified as Ono Chukuma yesterday reportedly took his own life by ingesting an insecticide, allegedly losing 2.5 million naira to betting.
The day has been winning the betting. Did he come out to tell the whole Nigeria that he has won the bet? So say, well, once he's losing, that does not mean he should commit suicide.
But sir, let me say this. You see, Nigeria is a good country. We need to appreciate the fact that we found ourselves where the weather condition, the natural disasters, different kind of things that happen in other countries
we still move on.
are not happening in Nigeria. But the problem that I have with this country now is, let's say government is another problem. Because it is when the government of the country is not good, then it will affect some other things, in the country. But let's see it this way. Bet in Nigeria is being promoted by most influencers, entertainers, most people that are people that we respect so much in the society, and they know the effect of this thing on humans. Most of the things that has to do with bet has to do with emotions. So without playing bet, ordinary watching football, you see people dragging themselves in football house, whereby Messi is the best, Ronaldo is the emotionally, it damages some people.
Yes.
When they bully you too much because you're supporting a team, not to talk of you putting money on a bet.
You see, there are some things that federal government need to put into measure. Since they are not putting into measure, maybe based on the tax they were collecting from those companies, or based on what they were gaining from those companies, that makes them to keep quiet. If you remember, we did a program some weeks back that we talked about tobacco smoking in the society, exactly. Which I said even those the companies that do produce this cigarette normally put it at the surface of the carton that tobacco smoking is liable to die young. Yes. Automatically, this is a matter of life and death. It now depends on your choice to choose either to live or to pay. Now, the choice is in the hand of this man. I believe where this country is now, you can still find a business where you are going to put 2.5 million naira
exactly what I'm saying. 2.5 million naira
something that at least that will be giving you some daily income. At the end of the day, you still have profit from the 2.5 million naira that you are putting into that business. So for you to have chosen to go and put 2.5 million naira inside a bet, you know what the guy is expecting at the end of the day when he didn't see it? He's been frustrated. Now he's dead. What happens to the family member? What happens to the children? What happens to the wife?
So to me, I won't pity this man because
it's not that I pity the man. I didn't pity the man. What I was just trying to tell the whole Nigerians out there was that, you know, on our program we normally say, don't put Nigerian problems on your head, because if you put Nigerian problem on your head, Nigeria lives on while you die.
So he met his Waterloo and had to kill himself. When he has been winning, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So no. I don't know why people keep, telling this man, rest in peace, this, that, and all.
There are some compliments that is from the other side. We have more than opposite. That's why Yoruba said an adage that Pelenile Yoruba, Olobi Olako. So rest in peace, maybe with the opposite side of what we are thinking.
Well, we'll still tell him to rest in peace, though, because it serves as a scapegoat to every other person out there.
Somebody who killed himself will rest in peace. Even the one that died naturally, do you know where he's going?
Well, Honor had on his Facebook page posted a message saying that it was his last day on earth and that he was going to meet his maker. It was reported that Honor had allegedly lost 2.5 million naira to betting and could not bear the shame and pressure from those he borrowed money from. So you borrowed money to play
bet.
Why would you borrow money to do that?
What happened to those people that borrowed the money now? The money is gone.
Well, a friend sharing the news of his demise expressed heartbreak, recounting that the futsal attempts by medical professionals to revive him. Another Facebook user questioned the deceased decision, mentioning that Honor had 1 million naira and borrowed 1.5 million naira to play a bet that failed, leading to his tragic end due to shame from debtors. Unknown to those reading the post, he had already consumed the insecticide before making the announcement. So he drank the insecticide
before coming out to make the announcement that he has drank the insecticide. If this guy happened to be the winner of that bet, what could have happened? The whole town would have been painted red.
Telling you, we're expecting nothing less than millions of naira.
And that millions, what are the assurance that those in question are going to pay the money?
No, that's the rule of the bet. No matter how much you make.
We had cases of which people win a lot of money that they think they can't pay, that they turn it.
It's not like they won't pay, they will pay, but maybe the stipulated time is not yet. People when they win, their body will be hot to get the money. So they have bodies. We have bodies that are managing sports, bets in Nigeria, and I feel these people, they are just promoting what is killing us in the country. Because why would I use almost 2.5 million naira
to go and play bet?
It's because they promoted this bet to the extent that people now see it as a means to survive.
What the federal government was trying to tell the old Nigerians by not putting eye into some things was that the decision is yours. Either you choose life or death. That's just it.
Well, in his post, he thanked some individuals saying, "Today is my last day on earth. I'm going to meet my maker. Thank you, Chima and Yaso, Ukukoma Abia, Kelvin Jumbo Omnua, and Ikweme Oafia, and my friends. My spirit is with you all." God is just too wonderful.
It's quite an unfortunate accident that happens to that family of the guy. Well, life goes on.
Life goes on. That's what's up. All right, don't forget that the sponsor for this show is still Nokba Abbas. and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatuji, but you can call me Sido J. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, don't forget to visit King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. There is a promo going on starting December 15, whereby you get something. Once you buy something that is above 20,000 naira, you stand a chance to spin and win different goods, different gifts from the stable of King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. You can start going there to purchase your goods and keep your receipt in case you are allowed to spin. I will see you again tomorrow on this particular show. Be good and be hardworking. Bye.